If this capsule history of our progress teaches us anything, it is that man in his quest for knowledge and progress is determined and cannot be deterred. The exploration of space will go ahead, whether we join in it or not. And it is one of the great adventures of all time. And no nation which expects to be the leader of other nations can expect to stay behind in this race for space.
Would you look at that?
To go to the moon in this decade and do the other
Not
things,
because it is,
not because they are easy,
but because it is
hard.
hard. Oh man, this is exciting. You may not be as pumped about this as I am, but boy, oh fucking boy. All right, this is open kneeboard. Let's see if that will work in here. I'm really hoping it does, because otherwise that's going to be a real bummer. Virtual reality, boom, boom. Yeah, don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need this. TikTok Live Studio. I guess that's the right one, right? Cancel. Exit. Why are we doing this? Come on, man. Why being a little bitch? Tickfinity. There it is. There you are. Good girl. Good girl. All right, we're looking at the moon right now. Now, go ahead and dump that. Dump that. Pre-launch checklist. New game. New sim. We're not flying Hueys in attack helicopters this time. We're flying some classic spacecraft. Oh shit. Right. Wait. Uh-oh. We're not in the right spot. There we are. Reset. Ooh, this is oh shit, it does work. Oh damn, son. Okay. Alright, let me pull this up. Settings. I need a hotkey for recenter Let's go Control-Alt-R. That seems like a good one. Okay. All right, so we are currently I think we're in the Gemini capsule currently. You can move the camera around inside the cockpit by using arrow keys. Mind you, this is the first time I downloaded this game or the simulator, and you guys are getting to see me in this for the first time ever. So, view selector by pressing V on the keyboard, pressing any of the view buttons. Let's try. Let's see what Okay, that didn't do anything. On the view selector, the bottommost button is the mission pad. Pressing this button Whoa. So that handles that. Toggle off the mission pad so it is hidden. Yeah, you occasionally use these function bubbles during the mission. Yeah, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Cuban of Minnesota. Oh. I don't want to mess with anything in VR space. You can press enter when a mission command what you are currently reading appears during missions to
what
close
game
the
is
message.
that?
This is called Re-Entry. It is a orbital space simulator. This is my first time in it. I installed it a couple of hours ago. Came home, jumped in it, and now we are streaming. We're all learning together here. I'm in the Gemini capsule, so I believe I'm supposed to be Alan Shepard, who's in the early 60s, about to fly to space for the first time in human history. Great, let's take a quick look at the panels in front of you. Use what you just learned to look around the cockpit, middle mouse, button, blah, blah, blah. None of that matters because we're in VR space. The capsule is divided into a few sections with different colors on the dashboard to easily know where to look. The left side of the panel has a majority of the fuses, green. Autopilot, the attitude controls, and the sequencer, all brown. That's here. The center contains the essential gauges, attitude information, which I guess is this. Earth path indicator, which I guess is the map with the Earth on it. Clocks and timers.
Holy panel. There's
a clock. And the periscope, a device used for manual attitude reference and navigation. How these dudes fucking did this in the 60s is beyond me. On the right, we have the radio controls, green. Okay. The environmental control system, The electrical power system, EPS yellow, that's here. Warning lights with audio switches and some other fuses, as well as the temperature settings. ECS works in 2 separate circuits, one for the pressure suit and one for the pressurized cabin. Even though the cabin is designed to sustain life for a few days, the pressure suit is your primary life support and will give you oxygen if the cabin leaks or is depressurized. Therefore, it is vital to have the pressure of the suit that can provide air, keep your body cool, and provide air circulation and odor removal. ECS...
What is that, a SR-71?
No, this is the... shit. What's the name of the space capsule? The first space capsule to go to space. In the next instruction, you will need to interact with the switch.
Good morning.
Good morning. Press F7 to move the camera to the right panels and locate the suit fan switch. Norm will control...
The Mercury program.
Mercury. Yeah, so we're in the Mercury capsule currently.
My favorite human.
Oh, Big Daddy, what's going on? You can force what fan to use by setting the fan switch to number 1 or number 2. Set it to number 1 now by clicking on the switch with the left mouse button. Okay.
We going to space now?
We are going to space. We are in the re-entry simulator. I think I talked about it last night that I wanted to get this game, the simulator. And today we pulled the trigger. And now we're fucking sitting in the Mercury rocket. So you can kind of see we're pointed straight up towards the stars. And we're going through the startup.
Well, damn, haha.
I guess the startup checklist right now. Set it to number 1 now by clicking on the switch with the left mouse button. We did that. As you can see, pressing the left mouse button on the switch, flip the switch 1 step towards the left, leaving the switch in the center position. As the switch has 3 steps, if you would have pressed it with the left mouse button again, it would be flipped to the next step in the left direction. Okay. So we did that. As mentioned earlier, each supported spacecraft has a few predefined camera locations. Easier, blah, 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 blah. We don't care about views. We're just trying to get to space, man. The rocket's pyrotechnics are armed by a squib switch. When armed, the isolated battery can power and trigger them. Arming the squibs is essential to jettison and separate parts of the rocket. Arm the squib now. Alright, so...
To infinity and beyond, again.
That's right. The only pyro system that's not armed by the squib switch is the auto retro jettison switch. It's very sad to accidentally jettison the retro engines as they are required to get you back down to Earth. This system has its own switch for safety. Arm the auto retro jet switch too. This should be on during ascent and after retro burn. Okay. Armed. In the next step, you will interact with a selector, also referred to as a knob. You interact with this in a similar way as with switches. Pressing the left mouse button on the selector will rotate it counterclockwise. Pressing the right mouse button will rotate it clockwise. Okay. 3 sets of batteries, the main batteries, the standby batteries, and the isolated battery. Squibs are connected to the isolated battery. Let's ensure the isolated battery is working by checking that the voltage is over 28. Rotate the DC selector to ISO and check the voltage on the DC voltmeter. Okay, so I can't read anything. What's it say? Standby ISO. Okay. All right, we're on ISO.
To the moon.
Next to the attitude panel, there's a time 0 button. Okay. This button is protected with the cover. Left clicking once will remove the protection. Right-clicking will put the protection back on. Before launch, this protection should be removed so that you can activate time zero quickly if the timer does not automatically start after launch. There are multiple buttons similar to the time zero button. All are protected. Keep in mind that triggering them will lead to an irreversible action. Oh god. We don't need to view the right panels. The next system will check the radio communication system. It has two modes, UHF, which are high frequency, and HF, high frequency. Primary communication system is UHF. Okay. The capsule is equipped with two UHF systems. They are identical except that the primary high-powered one uses a booster to amplify the signal. It goes further than the low-powered one. Set UHF select to high power. Alright, so our UHF select is low power and high power. Okay, we're set to high power. You can switch between radio systems using the transmit switch located next to the UHF select switch. Transmit, okay, we found it already. Transmit is currently set to UHF, which it is. Press C to toggle the radio command menu. This menu is used to send messages to ground. The menu is visible just below the dark green radio control panel. Those large circular buttons are known as function bubbles. Alright, well I can't toggle the radio command menu. Large circular buttons. Blood pressure. I'm wondering if it's talking about these, but those don't look like a large...
What are we flying that a Mercury capsule?
What are we flying that a Mercury capsule? It is a Mercury capsule. And that's what we are flying. We were trying to figure out how to get everything set so we can launch this bad mamma jamma. Click radio check and wait for a response from ground. What? Alright, this is going to be an issue.
On the left by left hand.
On the left by left hand. What am I, These all look like circuit breakers. It said to hit C, which I'm hitting C on my keyboard, but it's not working, so I think there's a disconnect.
I think on the lever.
I think there's a disconnect between... disconnect between VR and normal, 2D space. Alright, well, we're just going to rock it. Let's also try the low-powered UHF system. Set UHF select to low power. We can do that. Click radio check and wait for a response from ground. radio check. I'm not having a radio check. I think that was in the C menu. Hold on. Okay, maybe that'll work now. There it is. Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, so it was a, UHF will not always be available during atmospheric entry. We will jettison the antenna, so we will need to use high frequency. Switch transmit to high frequency to ensure it works. Okay. There it is. Player I, we read you 5x5 on UHF. Okay. Copy. Switch to internal power. Okay. Now how do I progress?
Does anyone know what game this is?
This is re-entry. Classical piano, thank you for the follow. Click radio check and wait for a response from ground. Alright, we hit radio check. Nothing.
Ho.
Read you 5x5 on ultra high frequency. Okay. Press M to view the mission pad. Do I have to turn that off first? This can be used to check mission details, map, radio transcript, and even write your own notes. It also has many checklists that you can follow. That must be this thing. Mission, briefing, checklist, transcript, VR. Okay. Good job. I will get some coffee, so let's end the lesson here. Press escape and click on end to stop the mission. Turn the main menu, mission completed. Okay. Alright, so that was pre-launch.
What game is this?
This is called re-entry.
Thanks.
Mission debrief. Okay, well, I can't fucking... Is my camera, like, laggy with this game going?
No, it's good.
Okay. All right. So you really can't see the menu.
You seem fine.
Okay. Appreciate it. Project Mercury, launch and ascent. Okay, here we go. So like I said, this is the first time I've played this, so we're all learning together. So we are loading into launch and ascent.
Did you just get this?
I just got this like a few hours ago. Downloaded it, went to a friend's house, hung out, came back, and we are in this now. So we are all learning this together. All right, welcome back, Player I. In this lesson, we will go through all the steps required to launch, the procedures needed during the ascent, and what to monitor as the rocket lifts off. Okay. From now on, I recommend you complete each of the Academy lessons twice, once to get an overview and twice to build on that overview. It's probably good advice. The ascent is an automated process.
Houston, we have a problem.
And your main task is to monitor the instruments periodically while being prepared for an abort or take over control manually. We are currently 20 minutes away from ignition.
Houston, we have a problem.
With plenty of excess time to go over some details, okay? However, just to be sure, I will teach you how to hold the countdown manually. Press the C button to toggle the function bubbles. Boom. On the right side, just below the green section of the panels. Got it. Locate and find the hold countdown.
Is that a plane or a submarine?
Bubble and click it. We are in a rocket about to go to space. Hold countdown. Where's hold countdown? Okay. Player I holding countdown. MCC requesting countdown hold. Excellent, the countdown is now holding.
As they say, let's light this candle.
Well, let's light this candle.
Epic fail inbound. Does it let you walk on the moon, or do you just stay in the rocket the whole time?
You don't get to walk on the moon, but you do get to fly the LEM, the lunar something module. But we are in the Mercury capsule, so we have two. This game is broken down into three main parts. You got the Mercury missions, just getting to space. Then you have the Saturn missions, getting to space, orbiting the Earth, and then making it to the moon. And then you have the Apollo missions.
Lunar something module, got it.
So we're kind of in the basic.
Is that an Oculus?
Basic rocket right now, and learning how to kind of fly in space generally. And then I guess the Apollo missions are super hard. Like, you've got a lot of stuff to do. Let's open the mission pad, press M to toggle it, and then press the checklist tab. Press Roger when you have it open. Checklist. Okay. The checklist tab of the mission pad contains all the Mercury checklists needed during a mission. We currently have 2 checklists to complete before we can ascend: the full internal power and the final checks. Roger Dodger. This lesson will take you through all of the required steps, so you can press M to toggle the mission pad off again. The next lesson we will learn more about it.
Checklist honey buns. Check.
And some features of the checklist system that allow it to help us execute checklists. Okay? We're currently holding the countdown, but typically at around 10 minutes before liftoff, often referred to as T-minus 10 minutes. The power source is switched from external power to internal power. The rocket is currently receiving power through an umbilical connected to the launch pad. This is to avoid consuming power from the internal power system or the batteries before the mission ever even starts. Take a look at the panels in front of you and try to locate the DC amps gauge. It is on the right side of the periscope. Press Roger to highlight it. DC amps gauge. God. Cabin pressure, cabin air. DC volts, DC amps.
Hey, you're good, send it.
This is the DC amps gauge. It shows the current consumption of the internal power system amps. On the left side of the DC amps gauge, you can find the DC volts gauge, boom. This shows the DC volts of the internal power system. Okay, great. Happy about it. Below the two gauges, you can find the DC selector. This is used to select what bus the DC volts and DC amps gauge is measuring. Set this to 1 by left-clicking on it. Okay. All right, we're set to 1. The DC amps and DC volts gauge now shows the voltage of battery 1 and the current load on battery 1. All right, so we're almost...
I am forklift certified. You got this.
Red line on DC volts. The blockhouse, a house that controls the launch located on the current launch complex, will soon switch to internal power. During the power transition, it is important to monitor the DC amps and DC volts gauge. Set the DC selector back to M by right-clicking on it once. Okay. This monitors the capsule's main electrical bus. More on this in the electrical power system lesson. Lord have mercy. Now observe the DC amps and DC volts while pressing Roger to let the blockhouse know you are ready to switch to internal power. Excuse me. Lord have mercy. Alright, so we are consuming power on internal power right now. Excellent. The main bus is now handling the load from all the onboard equipment. I'm going to sneeze again. Oh, God. Sorry, guys. The main bus voltage should be around 23 to 27 volts with a consumption of 20 to 40
Have you took off
volts.
yet?
No. We're still sitting on the pad. So we are good, and we are within 20 to 40. You've now checked the main bus voltage.
And now is when the whole system shorts out.
Yeah, right. Let's check the load of battery 1. Set the DC selector to 1. Okay. This selects battery 1. Alright, we're at about 12 volts. I guess we're rocking
LMFAO.
We're rocking a space rocket on a 12-volt battery. That's great. It should read about 23 to 27 volts and amps 10 to 20. Oh, volts. Sorry. Alright, yeah, we're good. I was looking at amps. Check battery number 2 as well. All is good. Boom. Alright, the standby 1, standby 2, and ISO currently have no load, so amps should be 0. However, they should have volts. Okay, so all those, let's check. Set the DC selector to standby 1, we did that. One of our 2 backup system batteries, check that its voltage is between 23 and 27 volts. All is good. ISO stands for isolated battery and is mainly used to power something called the squibs. We will cover the squibs later. For now, ensure that the isolated battery has a voltage of 29 volts DC power. Set the DC selector back to main. Okay, we're good. Excellent. We have now made a full electrical bus check after the switch to internal power and everything is looking good. This is also something you need to do periodically during the ascent. Preferably every 30 seconds. Man, I'm fucking launching to space.
The
You
suspense.
think I'm gonna remember to be able to go over here and check electrical power every 30 seconds? You're high. But that's why they hired the best fighter pilots in the world to do this to do this job. The switch to full internal power should happen 10 minutes before ignition to avoid excess consumption of mission-critical battery power. We do not want to run out of power in space. No, we don't. I will now teach you how to resume the countdown again. Press C to toggle the function bubbles and locate the resume countdown.
What about the flux capacitor? Like in the movie, Right Stuff.
That's probably in here somewhere. Then press it to resume the countdown. All right, we're going to resume countdown.
Lol.
All right, we got that checked. Countdown resumed. MCC, please resume the countdown. You can use the alpha keys to time scale. Next, we will use the 1 normal time, 2 time scale, 3 5 time scale. I think that's in here, right?
What game is this?
This is called re-entry. 0 to pause the game. All right, let's hit 0. Doesn't seem like we're paused.
T minus Ds. Is it that space game you were talking about yesterday?
Yeah, it is. It's the game. I got it now. Okay, so you can see the clock. When I hit 2, it starts moving fast as fuck. 1, I think, is normal time, right? Okay, yeah. All right, so we're good. Yep, this is re-entry. This is that game that I was talking about. Finally bought it today, and we are in it. And we're in it.
Realistically, if you wanted to land it, how would you see the runway?
This capsule didn't land on a runway. It landed in the ocean with a parachute. Time scale to T5, T minus 5 minutes. Avoid using more than 20 times time scale on the launch pad, as you might miss important steps. Okay, noted. What am I supposed to do? Oh my god. How do I get the thing back up?
Need a new rocket.
Am I supposed to just sit here and wait?
Look at me. I am the captain now.
I mean, I guess I'm the captain. I don't really know what the fuck I'm doing. But we're about to launch into space. So if you can imagine, we are sitting, our back is horizontal to the ground. We are looking straight up into the sky right now.
Abort.
Just waiting to get launched into the fucking abyss.
Get it moving.
I really have no say in this whole shindig. Okay, so I guess we're just waiting to get launched into space now. So I've got this checklist. How did I get
Speed up timer. How much time is on the countdown clock?
Was that what I'm supposed to do? It said don't go to 5 times 20 time. So we're not going to do that. What time are we launching at? How much time is on the countdown?
Has to be a way to stage the launch.
I don't even know where the fucking... I mean, I guess time from launch. Time to retrograde is 4 minutes.
I was a mechanic on this build. We forgot to torque some bolts.
I'm not even really sure. We've probably blown through the launch time. Alright, I have now made an automatic hold of the countdown to ensure that we have enough time.
Just press random buttons until you launch.
It's time to perform the final checks needed to complete the pre-launch capsule configurations, which will make us ready for the ascent, okay? Let's signal to the blockhouse that we are starting the final checks and will be ready for launch. Set the launch control switch to ready. Boom. So the blockhouse knows they can trigger the ignition. If the switch is ready, the rocket will launch when the countdown reaches 0. Oh, shit.
When all else fails, press F1.
Check that the suit temp selector is set to position 3. A triangle marks this default ascent position. The triangle marks his default ascent position. Okay. So we see the triangle. It's set there, so I guess we're good.
The camera.
Check that the cabin...
When the launch fails, you have to scream like real life.
I don't think you're going to have time to scream.
It fell.
Check that the cabin temp selector is set to position 3 as well.
Your POV cam fell.
Oh, it fell?
Where did you go?
Oh, no. Let's go the DCS view. There we go. Sorry, it's a AI-controlled camera, and it likes to have a mind of its own. Is that better? Somebody let me know. Check that the cabin temp selector...
Cam is fine.
All right, check that the inverter temp selector is set to position 3 as well. All right, we're on the triangle.
Perfecto.
We're good. Hell yeah. Then ensure transmit is set to ultra-high frequency. Where... There's HF and UHF. The Outcasted Wolf and Seth, thank you guys for the follow. I hope you guys stick around for us to launch to space. Jordan, thank you as well. With the transmit switch to ultra-high frequency, make a radio check by pressing C to toggle the function bubbles and pressing the radio check button. Radio check.
Let's go.
I have pressed this button. We read you 5x5 on ultra-high frequency.
I was going to go to sleep but landed on your live. I guess I am not going to sleep for a while.
Nah, you're not going to sleep. You're going to the cosmos, baby. Left click once on the time 0 button to remove the cover. Uh-oh. Oh, we took the time 0 cover off? This seems like a big deal. But do not press the button. The button
you must
will
be getting
pressed.
close. The music's getting more dramatic.
I know. Ooh. The button will be pressed if you click it again after removing the cover. We don't want to do that. Okay. During ascent, depending on the launch vehicle,
if you can figure it out.
You will go through different stages to reach the velocity required for a mission. The squib bus needs to be armed for this. So arm the squibs, it says. Okay, where's the arm? There it is.
Nick Curse.
Don't do that. Not Nate Carr. All right.
Nick Curse.
All right, my friend. There's always got to be one, huh? All right, during ascent, depending on the launch vehicle, you would go through different stages to reach the velocity required for a mission. The squib bus needs to be armed for this. So arm this. Oh, we already...
I need this game. It's like a POV Kerbal space game.
Arm the
Always
auto retro jettison squib. This
Fire
is
up
a special squib used to jettison our retrograde engines. More on this later, which needs to be armed in case of an abort. Okay. Armed. Boom. Excellent. We are now ready for the ascent. Before we continue with the countdown, let's go through the ascent procedures. The redstone ascent is about 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Before the ignition, you will hear the countdown. This will count down to liftoff.
Just scream when you burn up.
I don't want to burn up. After this, the engines should be ignited and the rocket will start to climb. Okay.
Not Nate got booted. Lol.
Immediately after liftoff, we need to first monitor that the mission timer starts. If it does not, you need to quickly press the time 0 button to manually start the timer. Okay, so that's what that's for. Got it. The time from launch timer is the mission timer. Okay. And is located below the analog clock on the satellite clock. Satellite clock, time from launch timer. Got it. Then you should check that you are gaining altitude. You can use the altitude gauge to check altitude during ascent and landing. All right, altimeter. Is this in thousands of feet?
Let's GRT to 10K likes y'all.
So 10,000, 2,000, 20,000, 30,000, 40. Oh, my Lanta. Forget we're going to space.
So technical. Just send it.
I have no choice. There's no just launch button. I have to go through all of this shit. Once you start getting altitude, immediately monitor the time from launch clock to verify that it has in fact started and is still counting. All right, so then, we're climbing. Then I'm going to refer to time from launch clock, make sure that the timer is going.
Do it already.
The abort light on top of the sequencer panel needs to be monitored continuously as best as you can. If it is illuminated, immediately toggle an abort by pulling the abort handle. You can pull the handle by pressing Control plus Alt plus Z. Yeah, right, buddy. Press Roger when you have found the abort light. Okay, so that says retract.
Is this PC only?
Yes, this is PC. Okay, so there's abort. Is that a button or is that just a light? Whatever. Hopefully we don't have to abort. During the climb, use a window to ensure visually that you are heading upwards or along the horizon. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm just going to look out this window and hope that we're heading towards space. Cycle through the various gauges quickly and often. I know there are a lot of instruments.
No wonder why it's taking forever.
But these are vital for a safe ascent. Let me cover the most important ones. Okay. The capsule has 2 fuel tanks, one for the autopilot and another for manual control.
So that's what the window's for.
I guess. Or really, it's probably just to see when you're about to launch into the ocean and die. And another for manual control. The control fuel indicator should stay at 100% for both auto left and manual right during the entire ascent. I don't see any of them. Above the fuel gauge, where's fuel?
No way you could memorize all this the first time. I would have to do this 20 times to memorize it.
Yo, 100%. 100%. Listen, this is the first time I've ever been in this simulator, so I have no idea what the fuck we're doing.
Manual control or manual control.
Above the fuel gauge, you will find the accelerometer. G-forces will build up when accelerating. This will usually climb up to 5 or 6 during the ascent and as high as 12 to 16 during re-entry. Where are these gauges at that you're seeing? Descent? Control fuel. Oh, okay. Accelerometer. All right, so we're at 1G, which is normal for being on Earth. There's the fuel, auto and manual. Okay, all right, we're tracking now. The cabin is now fully pressurized with pure oxygen at sea level pressure. The pressure will bleed off over time. Ensure this decreases and stabilizes at 5.5 psi during the ascent. The environmental control system, ECS, will maintain cabin pressure at 5.5. This can be seen on the cabin pressure gauge, which I saw over here. Perfect. That's pegged out. That's not... I guess that's during ascent that we want it to be at 5.5. The pitch program will automatically pitch the rocket along the ascent path. Ensure this happens by checking the pitch needle on the attitude indicator. Okay. It will move from 90 towards 0 depending on mission profile. Okay. That's roll. That's pitch. We're at 90 right now. So it should be moved between 90 and 0. We're at 90 right now because we're facing straight up into the sky. The capsule has 2 oxygen tanks, 1 primary and 1 secondary. The ECS controls them automatically. When the primary tank is empty, less than 10%, it will switch to the secondary tank. Well, that's great. Ensure the oxygen levels are 100% during ascent. If they bleed off fast or seem strange, diagnose and abort. Diagnose and abort? What the fuck do I know, man? What am I gonna do? Oh yeah, we're losing oxygen. That sucks. You have enough oxygen to breathe for about 24 hours. Great. A healthy battery shows 24 volts, as we did. Yep. Okay. During the internal power
Game?
electrical check, select what battery to monitor using the DC selector. This game is called Re-Entry. The DC volts on the selected system will be visible on the DC volts gauge, which is here. Wait, I thought that was amps. That's amps, bro. Cycle through the volts of all the batteries to ensure they are all above 24. Okay.
Is your life just wake up, work, come home, put kids in bed, talk to wife, play VR, sleep?
I hang out with wife. But yeah, after 11 p.m. when everybody's asleep, unless my wife's awake, then I'll stay awake and we'll hang out and do what we do. But yeah, if everybody's asleep after 11,
What could you possibly be operating?
Then I'm streaming, man. Check that the altitude continues to increase when you are below 100,000 feet. Again, it is important to monitor. Semper Fi, Devil Dog. Again, it is important to monitor this right after liftoff to ensure you are climbing. I think if we're not climbing, we'll.
What game is this?
This is called Re-Entry, a orbital space simulator, I think is the full name of the game. Check that the cabin air temperature, which is measured in Fahrenheit. If it's too cold or too warm, adjust the temperature setting knob below the hatch rightmost panel.
Are we in the Apollo capsule right now?
We are in the Mercury capsule currently. The first...
Wait, what time do you have work? Because this can't be healthy to go to sleep at 2 every day.
No, I'm off.
Are you
Thursday
using an
and Friday.
Oculus headset?
I'm using an Oculus Quest 3 headset. Yeah. Adjust the temperature setting knob below the hatch.
Is that F1 car a Lego behind you? That's sick, KK.
It is, yeah. It is the, it's a McLaren F1 car.
This is a grown man. Let him do whatever he wants.
Where the fuck, the capsule? Or what did it say? The hatch. Alright, where's the hatch at? Is it above me? This is a tiny little thing. Can you imagine flying to space in something this small? Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. Alright, well, I feel like the temperature's great in here, so we're gonna skip this. The sequencer indicators to the left of the main panel will glow based on what stage you are in. White, unlit, means that it's not processing. Orange means it's processing or something is in need of attention, and green means the step is complete.
I like being Guy.
Main panel. I guess this is the main panel.
No, he needs to stream every night. I fall asleep to this. It's so peak.
Yeah, he needs to fall asleep to this. Alright, I'm not seeing a light, a white unlit light, or an orange light, or a green light. I'm seeing this.
I like
yellow,
being gay. I saw this actual capsule in that museum in DC. It's genuinely small. Only way I can sleep.
Okay. Alright, well, we're just going to roger up, and we're going to move on. If you've done everything correctly, the rocket should be ready for ignition. Okay. Let's review one more time.
What are you trying to do right now?
We're trying to go to space, is what we're trying to do. Let's review one more time. At liftoff, verify that the clock is started. Okay, that clock, time from launch. And that you are increasing in altitude on the altimeter right here. Then monitor the abort light as you cycle through the G-forces. All right, there are G-force meter is up here. Our abort light is right here.
Hello.
Fuel levels. Fuel levels, where was that? Right here. We want them to go down because we're burning fuel in a fucking giant
Did Ready
rocket.
or Not give you some flashbacks? The game kind of game is slight trauma. What is the game called?
Cabin pressure.
3, 2, 1, blast off lol.
Cabin pressure's over here.
Hello.
Total oxygen quantity. Cabin air. That's right there. And main bus DC volts. That's right here. Okay. I have now resumed the countdown. If you need more time, feel free to hold and resume manually. Use time scale to lift off. I guess we're... Oh! Sketch balls, dude. Sketch balls.
3, 2, 1, blast off.
Alright, so we can see the time we're fast forwarding through space-time right now. I think we'll just keep fast forwarding until we get close to launch time here. Oh man, this is the anxiety is killing me. We're about to go to space, ladies and gentlemen. Nope, nothing yet. Sorry, I'm plugging in my phone.
Do
Okay.
astronauts use this to
30
train,
seconds
or
to
why is it so realistic?
ignition.
Game?
Oh, 30 seconds to ignition, Godspeed. He said.
How long
Oh,
to
shit.
lunch?
30 seconds. So at the top of the minute, I feel like we're about to launch. Oh, God. This is sketch balls. Oh, here we go. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
All right, lift off and the clock is starting.
Okay. Clock starting. All right, we're good. We've got about 1 G.
Game?
I feel like our G meter should be I feel like we should have more G's, but whatever. Cabin pressure seems to be good, I guess. I don't know. 3 minutes to retrograde. What do I need? Umbilical disconnect. Got that. Immediately check if the timer is counting. We did that. Then verify that the rocket is gaining altitude. We are at gaining altitude. We're coming through 20,000 feet at this point. Use a window to ensure visually that you are heading upwards. I mean, I see the moon, so I guess we're going towards space. For the rest of the ascent, monitor the key instruments. Let's take a quick look around together. Check that both fuel tanks, auto and manual, are at 100%. Yep, they're at 100%. Check G-forces, which should climb up to 6 Gs. We're at about a little over 1 G. Check the cabin pressure. It's bleeding and eventually stops at 5.5 PSI.
Pressure is holding at 5.5.
Yep.
Cabin holding at 5.5.
Okay. You can hear that the audio in the background is incredible. All right, we're in space, dude. Monitor the pitch program. We're at 0 degrees or a little amount of oxygen. All right, we're good there. Check the main DC bus and rotate the DC selector full every 30 seconds while checking all of the batteries. And all right,
Where are you going?
We're going to Krypton, baby.
What about staging?
All right. Battery 2 looks... wait, what was it supposed to be at? 1, 2... All right, we're good.
Cut off. Tower jettison green.
Check cabin air temperature and verify it's below 120 degrees Fahrenheit.
Cap step is green.
Monitor the sequencer lights for jettison tower and separation capsule to turn green.
What is this game?
This is called re-entry. All right, jettison tower and separation
Is my
capsule are
TTS
green.
working?
It is working. I can hear it. Oh shit, look at us. We separated from our second stage. So I guess we're looking at
Is this
I
the
guess-
SR-71?
I guess that'd be Cape
Is it on
Canaveral
Quest?
down there. This is PC. This is on Steam. And I'm using my Quest 3, yes. All right, so we're looking out the window. We're in space. Our second stage is down there. We're in the capsule. And we're looking at Florida, I guess. Yeah, because the Keys would be down there. There's a little horn of Cape Canaveral.
Oh, so you can play it without VR too?
Yeah. You can play it on just PC with 2D monitors for sure. Oh, this is wild, dude. Incredible that somebody built this simulator. This is fucking dope. All right, repeat this cycle during the ascent. Once the tower is jettisoned and the capsule is separated, the ascent is complete.
That is awesome.
After the ascent, the capsule will yaw 180 degrees and position you in a normal orbital attitude automatically, which I guess is this, facing Earth.
How wing you wait your wing order? You use Steam VR to play, right?
I am using Steam VR for this game specifically because Re-entry is only available on Steam.
What game?
This is called Re-entry. Excellent, great job today. I recommend rehearsing ascents using the Redstone free flight mission, and bonus points to you if you manage to detect that the third battery failed during the ascent.
Looks awesome.
Awesome, good job. This concludes the ascent.
What about DCS? Do you also use Steam VR?
Rescue? Why is there a rescue light? That's not good.
Houston, we have a problem.
That's what that button seems like, huh?
That looks hard.
What is this thing down here? Okay. End mission. Confirm. Academy. Checklist and Atlas. In this mission, you will use what you learned in the 2 previous lessons to launch the Atlas into space and understand how the checklists work in your mission pad. Okay. Let's do it. We are live on both Twitch and YouTube. I highly recommend you go over to Twitch. At least drop a follow.
What is the game?
You get some full screen action. This is called Re-entry, a space flight simulator. Welcome to the Atlas rocket. This is a much larger
launch vehicle. What VR set do you recommend?
Than the Redstone launch vehicle. It has enough thrust and propellant to take you into orbit around Earth. Today we will launch it while learning about the checklist system. Okay. Mission plan for tutorial 3. Oh, start by holding the countdown.
No, we floating in space for 24 hours until our air runs out.
We'll need some extra time on preparation today. Use the radio command menu and hold countdown. Wait, there was a button for that, I think.
We never landed.
No, we're going through the Mercury Academy right now, so we're kind of learning how to stage, launch, and fly this thing.
The game.
It's called Re-entry. Holding countdown. All right. MCC requesting countdown hold. The cockpit is the same as in Redstone, so the procedures are identical. We will use a checklist found in the mission pad to follow the realistic procedures during preparations and ascent. Press M and read the briefing tab for a primer on the checklist system.
I'm in the Houston headquarters. Be patient, we send a rescue team.
Then click on the checklist tabs when ready. Roger. Okay. Alright, mission plan. In this mission, you will use what you learned in the 2 previous lessons to launch the Atlas into space and understand how the checklists work in your mission pad. Okay? Checklists. We need to complete 2 checklists, both located under the pre-flight section. Let's complete the first one manually. Open the mission pad, checklist, pre-launch, full internal power, checklist. Okay, checklist, pre-flight, interior inspection, pre-launch? Where's pre-launch at? Gyro line.
Don't talk too much, you use a lot of oxygen.
Pre-flight? Full internal power? Oh, it says pre-launch. And then here it says pre-flight. Read through the checklist to get familiar with all of the steps. Press done when complete. Alright, switch to full internal power. Monitor capsule bus voltage and current. While the blockhouse switches to internal power, request blockhouse to remove external power. Use a tools menu, default mapping C below radio panel. Isolate
Is
battery
this an
switch
SR-71?
norm. No, this is an Atlas rocket. We are going to space. Standby battery switch off. Verify all batteries and main bus voltages. At T-5, start final checks. Okay. The first step is to observe the DC volts and amps of the main bus. Okay, we're on main bus. As we covered in the previous lesson, zoom in on the DC volts gauge. Alright, we're good there. Then you see to toggle the circular function bubbles and locate switch to internal power. Switch to internal power. Alright, we're on DC amps. Disconnected the launch vehicle from the umbilical power. You are now on internal power. While observing the DC volts and amps, press the switch to internal power button. This will transfer the power. Okay, I did that.
What disk space does it require?
This was like a 15 gig game.
What is the game name?
This is called
Game
Re-Entry.
name?
Re-Entry.
Game name is Re-Entry. It's PCVR only.
Cycle through all the batteries and monitor. I need to make you a mod, my friend. Cycle through all the batteries and monitor that their voltage is above 24 VDC and that the isolated battery is at 29 VDC. Press done when complete. All right. 24, 24, 24, 24, and almost 30. All right. Good there. The rest of the checklist
What
is
rocket are you on? Mercury? I
Yeah.
would deeply appreciate it.
We are on the Mercury rocket. The rest of the checklist is already complete as the switches has been set to their correct position during ingress before this mission started. Verify this by manually searching for the switches and checking their position.
AKA no.
Monitor capsule bus voltage and current while the blockhouse switches to internal power. We did that. Request blockhouse to remove external power. Use the tools menu, default mapping C below radio panel. Did that. Isolate battery switch norm. Isolate battery switches to norm. Standby battery switch is off.
You can play on PC, but it's way cooler in VR.
Verify all batteries and main bus voltages. We did that already. At T-5, start final checks. The next checklist we need to follow today is the final checks checklist. Locate this.
I would deeply appreciate it if I got mod.
And then click it to view the checklist. Final checks. All right, there we go. Read through the entire checklist to get familiar with the steps. Press done when complete. Launch control switch ready. I'm sure it'll tell us where all of this stuff is in a second, but All right, fuck it. We're just gonna. As you might have noticed, there's the same steps we did in the previous lesson. I didn't notice that. I did not notice that. Launch control switch. Where the fuck is launch control at? UHF select. This is the radio. Green's radio. I remember that. Yellow is electrical. Green is looks like our emergency or hazards panel. Launch control switch. Landing bag. ASCS. Man, I don't see any of this stuff.
It hurts my brain just to watch how do they do this in real life.
Practice. Don't worry, if you do not yet know each switch's function, you will learn this over the next few lessons. For now, it is most important to learn the mechanics and the basics of the ascent itself. Okay, great.
Game?
This is called re-entry. The checklist
Game name is
guidance
re-entry.
system
It's PCVR only.
is a game mechanism designed to help you with executing checklists. It will help you find the switches you need to verify or change. Great. Let's try to run a checklist using the checklist guidance system. Ensure the final checklist is open in the mission pad, then press either of the two almost identical run buttons on the lower right corner of the mission pad. Okay, run. Launch control, ready. Oh, at the very top, right there. Okay, great. Boom. When you press one of the two run buttons, all of the checklist steps was queued up and added to the checklist guidance system, and it's
What airplane is that?
UI appeared. This is not an airplane. This is a fucking space rocket. We are going to space. Can I stick my head outside of this thing and see what it looks like? Can't do that in real life. In its UI appeared, the topmost line with a transparent green background shows the current step waiting to be executed. Roger. If the background of the current step is green, the checklist guidance system will be default.
TikTok block all comments.
Automatically proceed to the next step. If the switch is in the correct position, this auto proceed feature can be disabled in the realism settings. Roger. The auto proceed feature presses the checkbox button on the right side for you when the game detects that the step has been completed. If you disable the auto proceed system, you will need to press this button manually after performing each step. Let's not do that. Most of the steps in a checklist support the auto proceed feature, however, there are some that will need you to press this check mark manually. These are usually related to headers, information checking values, performing radio tests, and so on. Basically, if the background
Okay, Daniel, thank you.
Basically, if the background of the current step is flashing, it means that you will need to manually press the check mark to proceed to the next item in the checklist. Press the check mark button now to proceed to the next item.
No problem. The Earth is flat, and you can't fall through the fragment.
Okay, buddy, old pal. Perform radio tests on UHF. Okay, so radios, UHF. Blah, 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 blah.
Wah on huh.
For now, we will run one checklist at a time and complete it.
What's this, an F-117?
No, this is a Redstone rocket. No lesson will require you to queue up multiple checklists. If no steps are queued in the checklist guidance system, it does not matter which of the two buttons you press. Okay. Resume the countdown and then try to complete the first step in the checklist. With auto proceed enabled, the checklist will automatically move to the next item. If the system is already in the correct position, it will move to the next immediately. Okay. Resume countdown. All right. Perform radio tests on UHF. Radio check. Verify time 0 button. Cover is removed.
Y'all think there's an outer space.
Complete the first step in the checklist with auto proceed enabled. The checklist will automatically move to the next item. If the item is already in the correct position, it will move to the next immediately.
Hi, it's me, Weird Al from UHF.
All right, well, it's not moving forward automatically. DC selector to battery 1. Okay. Arm squib. Auto retro jettison arm. Oh. Resume countdown. Follow each of the steps in the checklist guidance UI to complete the checklist. When you reach
all
the
them control
steps,
switches for nothing lol.
The active line will flash. At this point, use the radio command menu and press radio check. Excuse me. Press a check mark on the checklist system UI hotkey. Do not press anything yet, but
Did we splash down?
We haven't even taken off.
Oh yeah, you should be careful. When landing, I was on the production team and I slashed the airbag.
Oh no. Do not press anything yet, but the next instruction will ask you to use something called time scaling. As covered in the previous lesson, pressing 1 will make the time go to normal pace. Blah, 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 blah.
Mic check 1, 2, 3, yo, yo, yo.
Loud and clear, 5x5, my friend. Now go back to the checklist menu and select the ascent checklist. Okay, let's do it. Ascent. You should read through this before ignition to get familiar with it, then use time scale to advance time to ignition. All right, we're going to monitor the abort light. That's there. Monitor isolated battery voltage. We're going to have to switch to ISO, which is there. Monitor cabin pressure will go from 15 to 5.5. Cabin pressure is right here. So it's currently at 15. We want it at 5.5, which, I don't know, that looks like 3, 5. It's kind of blended together. Monitor DC voltage, which is down here. Monitor DC amps, right there. Monitor AC voltage, down there. If Atlas on booter...
Can we time scale down to 0.000001 so we can go real slow WW?
I think we're going slow enough. On booster separation, start ascent, BECO checklist, before engine cutoff is what BECO means. If redstone on engine cutoff, start ascent, redstone checklist. Okay. Right, we're going to time scale here.
Game name?
This is called re-entry.
What if there was multiplayer? It would be so cool to launch a rocket with bro.
Yeah, if you had a multi-person rocket. This thing is a single-seater, which is even more terrifying.
Timmy, it's PC VR only.
All right. Here we go. 2, 1. Oh, launch control switch. We were supposed to switch that to ready. Oh, here we go.
Roger, the clock is operating.
This would be crazy on standalone Qist.
Alright, time for launch is going.
And roll okay.
Abort light is not on.
Bumpy along about here. Roger. Stand by for 20 seconds. Roger.
Quest.
1. Mark.
ISO, we're good there. Alright, we're good there. Monitor cabin pressure. We're coming down from 15. Monitor DC voltage. We checked that. DC amps. Alright, we're good there. Altimeter, we're
Are we
climbing.
experiencing a lot of G's or what?
We're at about a little over 1G right now.
Game?
We're 180 degree pitch. We're less than 90 degrees. We're at about, what is that? 60 degrees? 50 degrees right now? 50 degrees of pitch. Everything looks good so far.
Hi.
As far as I can tell. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, we're climbing through. Another step in the Atlas.
10,
Booster
9,
stage. This is
8,
considered a
7,
half stage and
6,
we'll only remove
5,
some weight as
4,
our 2.
3, 2, 1 is probably an astronaut's scariest moment in their life. User, the game name is Reentry. It's PC VR only. What if we run into space babes? Are those on the checklist or HWHAT?
Bingo.
Oh.
We confirm staging on TF. Roger.
Alright, main engine cut off. Ascent, Beco, checklist. Back.
Watch it for the Roadster.
Ascent, Beco, Jettison Tower, Amber.
Jettison Tower
Is green. Approximately 20 seconds after Beco. Perfect. We're looking for auto retro jettison switch off. Auto retro jettison switch. Retro jettison fuse switch is off. Auto. Where is it? Oh shit. Retro jettison fuse switch.
Smart person game.
Oh fuck. Retro jettison fuse switch. Oh no. Oh no. Why wouldn't they put it right next to auto retro? Visible with the radio command menu by default, then it can be separated by binding it to a dedicated
Are all the
key.
fuses together?
Another little feature worth repeating is the current objective feature toggle using C.
Houston, we have a problem. Press every button fast.
With repeating is the current objective feature. Why am I not seeing it on the fucking menu right here? Is it under mission tools? No, it sure isn't. But can be separated by binding it to a dedicated
Sync rate,
key.
sync rate, sync rate.
This shows you what the mission is waiting for in order to proceed. Once the tower separates, we'll do an additional step to prevent the retro engines from being jettisoned accidentally. Okay, the tower is gone and you're about halfway to orbit. The sustainer engine is now powering you for the final journey. To prevent the retro engines from being jettisoned by an accidental button press or systems failure, we set the auto retro jettison switch to off. right. Okay. Did that. Good. Now disconnect the power by opening the circuit using the
camera
retro-jettison
tweaking,
fuse
but it
switch on
fixed
the right
itself.
side of the main panel. Oh, there it is.
Rico.
Each Mercury Atlas circuit breaker has 3 positions. One is up, off is middle, and 2 is down. Set it to off. Middle. Okay, off. Great. By doing this, you will have some additional security around your retro engines. They're your only tool to get back to Earth once you're in orbit. Got it. Set the emergency retro jettison fuse to off. This disables power to the manual jet retro trigger button on the sequencer. Okay. Alright, so that's that whole checklist. As you work through the checklist, you might find the need to move the checklist window around the screen. First, find a spot on it, blah, 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 blah. Doesn't matter, we're in VR, so we can move it around and turn it off and on. For the rest of the ascent, monitor the instruments as you learned in the previous lessons and try to get familiar with the various data points and how they change as you are ascending into orbit. Alright, well, our altimeter is pegged out, so we're as high as we can get. Looks like we're in orbit right now, because we're fucking orbiting the Earth. It's pretty dope. We're not climbing or descending. Our fuel is still pegged out. We are at 0
We still
Gs.
see the Tools tab.
We are still completely at... Oh, shit.
Fix the screen.
Yeah, I don't know how, man.
Name game?
I wish I knew how all this shit worked. Mission tools just doesn't go away. It's just stuck there. See, when I hit mission tools, it doesn't come up on my side. It comes up on the non-VR side.
Is it astronaut game?
It is an astronaut game.
I don't know how any of this stuff works and I am scared. Game name is Reentry, it's PC VR only.
Alright, I don't... What the hell?
You're on space right now? When will you exit the rocket or that vehicle you're in?
I have no idea. Whenever we land, I guess.
Bro, that game looks incredible. So realistic. I am a mission specialist and how?
Current
You're
objective.
moving your head up and down and the camera tweaking moving up and down lol.
Mission tools. I'm trying to exit out of the mission tools here. Let's see if I can do it with my my mouse here. That's not doing it. hold on. Let me see if I can. I don't know how to get this. Like, once you open this mission tools thing, it's like it's forever stuck there. All right, we may have to just exit out of this mission and come back. It's pretty dope, though.
Try poppin' you owe something else or hold THR button. Wait, do we have to start the mission over? Maybe we can Google it for you.
No, we'll just move on to the next mission. Electricity.
What eye
attitude.
camera you got?
Electricity. In this lesson, we will learn about the electrical power system and the Mercury capsule. Okay, let's do it. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Jesus, we're at 48% of our light goal
What
already.
eye camera you got?
I've got the Obsbot Mini camera, and it is tracking, which is not what we want. We want it to just sit still. There it is. All right, so for this one, we're already in space. Okay, cool. Welcome to the electricity lesson, it says. In this lesson, we will take a quick look at the various power systems and components related to the electrical
Hooray,
power
no
system.
more menu.
Before we start, we will make a quick reconfiguration of the autopilot, as we will be depowering important components which the autopilot depends on. Set the ASCS mode to aux on, and don't worry, we will cover what all of this really means in the reaction control system lesson.
Game?
Oh, there's always another lesson. Always another lesson. This is called re-entry. In short, this disables the ASCS auto attitude mode we are currently in. All right, to aux on.
The Mercury spacecraft had an autopilot? Wow.
I guess. I mean, I figure you would need an autopilot to be able to fucking fly in space. Okay. The Mercury space capsule comes with an electrical system that is capable of producing both DC and AC electricity. DC, or direct current, is supplied by 6 rechargeable silver zinc batteries, each operating at 24 volts. Roger Dodger. Why can the volts differ from the nominal 24 volts DC VDC? The current electrical load, amps, and battery capacity.
Is
How
this
full is the battery?
PCVR only?
This is PC VR only, correct. You can play it on just PC without VR, but why you would want to play this not in VR is beyond me, because this is fucking incredible. Being able to just kind of move around this small space capsule and like look out the window and oh man. Incredible. Anyways, can make the volts read out somewhere between 23 and 27 volts. The main batteries are connected to the main DC bus. The main DC bus is responsible of distributing electrical power to most of the onboard systems. Okay. 3 of these batteries are wired in parallel and are considered your main batteries. Should your main batteries fail, you have a backup standby battery, 2 wired in parallel, that will keep you powered for a while. enough to get you back to Earth, hopefully. The last battery is called the isolated battery and is used to give power to your very important squibs. The squibs are the pyrotechnics for separation and jettison. You can check the status of the batteries by using the DC volts gauge, which we've already done. The main batteries, the standby batteries, and main bus should ideally show voltage of 24 to 27 VDC, while the isolated batteries should show 29 VDC. As mentioned, this might slightly vary based on system line. By rotating the DC select knob below, you can switch between each of the batteries. For example, you can set it to standby 1 to see the status of standby 1 battery. Alright, so let's go through. 1. We're good. And ISO, which is our squib battery, is almost 30. Perfect. The low voltage on one of the batteries is a good indication that something is wrong with it. If this
All right, man, I am going to head out. I wish I could watch the landing. Good night.
We'll catch you on the next one, buddy. It's a good idea to switch over to standby batteries for safety and turn off the battery. Let's pretend battery 1 is broken and showing a low voltage. First, switch over to the standby battery. This is done by setting the standby battery switch to on. Okay, it will connect the standby batteries to the main DC bus. The switches that connect the batteries to the electrical system are located on the left and right side of your seats. They can be hard to reach, but set main 1 to off. Main 3, main 1.
Standby for standby battery.
Off is out. Okay. When you are on the standby batteries, you need to conserve power. We will not do this now, but this is done by shutting down systems you don't need, like the blood check, ASCS, the lights, etc. How the fuck do I know what you do or don't need in space? Like the blood check. I feel like blood check's pretty important. The lights seem like a pretty important thing when you're in space. I don't know. A flashlight is always available and can be toggled by using F. What? F.
Maybe we don't need life support systems, ?
Okay, so I've got a flashlight on my helmet, it looks like, that I can turn on and off. Well, that's cool. Try to enable the flashlight and move the mouse cursor around, then turn it off. Okay, we did that. An important detail is that all flight modes that operate the 2 reaction control systems used to orient the capsule covered in the next lesson are based on DC power except for something called manual propulsion, manual mode. You can take a note somewhere that if you are having issues with your electrical system, use this flight mode to still be able to control the capsule. Okay. If you are having issues with the standby batteries as well, see a low voltage on one of its batteries, you have one final option: to connect the isolated battery to your main bus. This is done by setting the isolator battery switch to standby. The isolator battery will then power the main bus in parallel with any other batteries connected to it. Okay, so we have our main batteries, our standby batteries, and then if all else fails, we have our isolator battery, which is only used to control the squibs. But you should avoid using the isolated battery this way at all costs. If possible, try to wait until you are preparing for re-entry, as the main bus load will quickly drain the isolated battery. The source of the ammeter is controlled by the same selector used for the DC volts gauge. Let's get back to our original setup. Set the standby battery to off. Okay, we'll probably want to switch that to norm as well. Reconnect main battery.
Squib
1.
is something I've only ever heard referred to in practical effects in movies.
Yeah, we refer to them in the military quite a bit. Usually they're for like jettisoning fuel tanks or rocket pods or, any type of ordnance that you have on your aircraft. It's a small explosive that will separate those entities. Reconnect main battery, battery 1 to on. Okay. And switch the isolator battery to norm. We already did that. I guess my headset's dying here. Then throw in another. Oh, shit balls. Good thing we got another battery. 2 is 1, 1 is none, right? This one on the charger, and then we have another one, another spare. I don't know what happened to that other battery. Oh, it's way back there. No! Alright, well, whatever. We're good for now. And
Watch out for low-flying bats.
the ASCS and the fans require AC, alternating current, electric. What is? Okay. AC is generated
What
from
VR
DC
set do?
using inverter. What VR set do? I'm not quite sure what you're asking there. We have one AC inverter that provides 250 volts to 400 hertz to the ASCS system. One AC inverter.
Sorry, meant what VR set do you recommend?
Oh, VR headset. It depends. Like, are you trying to spend a lot of money or not a lot of money? One AC inverter that provides 150 volt amperes for the fans, and one standby inverter that can provide 250 volt amperes for either the ASCS or the fans. I mean, I like the Quest 3, which is what I'm wearing right now. I've heard good things about the Pimax Crystal. So, but you're going to be spending twice as much plus than the Quest 3. So really, it's up to you. I bought a whole ass bag of Sour Patch Kids. Oh yeah. Oh, it's a mixed bag, dude. It's got the watermelon. Oh yeah. Life is good. Life is good.
I'ma buy the 3s. Is it worth it?
I think so. I enjoy it.
Is this lunar?
This is re-entry. The AC volts gauge should read between 110 and 125 ADC. 110, and there's 150, so we're in between 125. You can rotate the AC knob, alternating current knob, to see the status of each inverter. Ensure it is set to fans for now.
I'll check out the Quest 3, it's not a bad price. Think I'ma buy the 3S and not the 3.
The 3S, the lenses in are
Oh yeah,
in it
I was
are
going to
a little
buy
bit
that.
different.
Looks technical.
Matthew, are you talking about re-entry? Yeah, it's very technical. I mean, it's cool. I enjoy it. I just don't. I don't think I'll ever remember all of these checklists. And this, listen, this is a simple cockpit. In comparison, once we get to the Saturn and the Apollo missions, the amount of switches and circuit breakers and knobs and sticks and all sorts of shit it's going to be bananas. Like, I don't... And the good thing about re-entry is, like...
Yeah, I would enjoy that more than Kerbal Space Program.
They, you know, just as it historically depicts, but also it, like, does a good job of building you up from very simple to very complex, right? So, anyways, like right now, I'm trying to find where the fucking alternating current knob is. I guess is it this?
Kerbal Space Program is a lot of fun.
If one of the inverters goes down, the standby inverter will kick in and illuminate the standby AC auto light. The standby AC auto light. There it is. You can control what AC bus to use for the ASCS by setting the ASCS AC bus to either standby, off, or norm. ASCS is over here. I guess that's not... Oh, there it is. Keep it at norm.
I like the first-person perspective more and the amount of detail.
You can also control what AC bus to use for the fans by setting the fans AC bus to either standby, off, or norm. Keep it at norm. Okay, we're at norm. Having fans selected on the AC volts knob, you can see that it is powered correctly by verifying that the voltage shows 110 to 125 volts. 110, 125. Fans. Okay, so this is the AC selector knob. Got it. Set the AC selector to standby. Boom. Did that. Nothing is connected to the standby inverter, so it should read 0 volts. It reads 0 volts. Set the fan's AC bus switch to standby. Notice that the fans are now powered by the standby inverter. You can do the same for the ASCS.
It's like DCS, but in space.
I would argue this is way more complicated than DCS, but the standby inverter can power both the ASCS and the fans. However, to avoid overloading the system, shut down all systems that are not critical for the ASCS. Set the fan's AC bus switch to norm.
What game?
This is called re-entry. We are currently flying in space. We're in orbit right now. We're looking at Earth. I don't know what country or continent we're over currently, but I see some sand dunes. Maybe we're over Africa. I don't know. Then set the ASCS AC switch to norm. Check. Let's finish by talking about power consumption. Make sure the ammeter is set to main. Power consumption should always be on your mind. As mentioned, the power consumed by your systems can be read on the ammeter. Okay.
Is it still early access or beta, or is it finished yet?
It's an
PC?
It's an early access, but 1.0 will be dropping very, very, very soon. Probably within the next month or so. Try to set according to the dev, and I should mention, really, it very well should be mentioned, that this entire simulator has been built by one person. One dude. One dude.
How much is
somewhere
it? I remember watching this a year or so ago.
Or in
the
his
re-entry developer
office.
says they have multiplayer where one person is at mission control.
Try to set the ASCS switch to off.
What's the name?
It is called re-entry. And notice the impact on the ammeter. Alright, let's go norm. So we're pretty full on amp.
How much is it?
Almost 40 amps off. We're at about 30 amps. I paid $29.99 for it on Steam. It is only available on Steam.
What gaming system?
PC.
I can't imagine how much time that dude spent going through hard to get technical documents to this. What is this?
Yeah, and then building it in VR. Bananas. Alright, the maneuver switch on the lower left, right here, side of the panel, other side, is used to turn on or off the gyros. Setting this to off will also reduce power consumption. Check the ammeter. Alright. Yeah, it changes it a little bit. Fuses are also a way to turn off
Yeah,
systems.
NASA lost a lot of the technology from the moon program. I didn't know it was available.
Most systems have one or more fuses connected to them. Each fuse switch has 3 positions, 1 off and 2. 1 off and 2. Each system connected to a fuse has a primary fuse 1 and a backup fuse 2. Locate the highlighted programmer fuse and set it to off. Oh no. If a system isn't working, ensure the fuse is set to 1. If the system is still not functioning, set the fuse to 2. The number 2 position can be a second fuse, or in some critical systems, is a solid conductor to ensure positive continuity. In the Mercury Flight Manual panel overview, the fuses marked in gray have a solid conductor. This shit is French to me. Pay close attention to the various battery states and power consumption, and react as soon as possible if you see something out of the ordinary. Electricity produces a lot of heat, so pay attention to the cabin temp indicator to avoid unpleasant situations like an electrical malfunction, smoke, or a fire. In the mission pad checklist, you will find a dedicated section for emergencies called Emergency Procedures. Find this section now. Let's find the electrical power system emergency procedures. Alright, checklist. Emergency procedures. Open the orbit emergency checklist. That's us. And scroll down to the electrical power system. Oh my god, where are you? Electrical system emergency operation. I guess this is it. I would recommend getting familiar with this section as part of your EPS training. You think I'm going to remember any of this? You're high. Anyways, feel free to play around with various systems, learn where the fuses are, as well as what the various switches do. This way you can, by instinct, control the various systems during emergencies. That's all for now. Bye. Okay, guy. Okay. Okay. Lord have mercy. This is so much. So much information to try to consume.
Are you in space?
I was in space. All right, we're going to learn about attitude control.
New type of helicopter?
Yeah, basically. Alright, in this lesson, we will take a look at the various... I'm trying to eat Sour Patch Kids at the same time. Systems of the Mercury capsule that help stabilize it, as well as change its attitude relative to Earth. Oh boy. Oh boy.
What game's this?
This is called re-entry. The Mercury space capsule comes equipped with a few systems to keep it stable and control its attitude. To do this, it needs to know where Earth's horizon is. Two mechanical components called the horizon
Is that a
scanners.
Quest? Or the Vive?
This is the Quest 3. Components called the horizon scanners detect this.
You do
Earth-
DCS sometimes, don't you?
I do. I do indeed. Earth emits a lot of radiation. Space does not. These scanners detect where a sudden drop in radiation happens. When the scanner goes from the threshold between Earth and space, one horizon scanner is used for pitch and another for roll. Okay. I should have done better in school. These operate periodically, so if you see sudden change in pitch and roll, this is the reason. The capsule comes with 3 gyroscopes that track the attitude and 3 accelerometers for rate indication. These can be slaved to the horizon scanner to get relative data to the Earth's horizon. This is how the capsule knows its orientation in space. Oh my god. The pitch horizon scanner can only look forward with a field of view of plus or minus 35 degrees. Same with roll, but it looks to the side. If you are outside of the horizon scanner's field of view, the gyros will revert to free mode. I have no idea how any of this works. When the gyros are in free mode, the attitude will change based on...
So it's like tracking a guy on UAV lol.
I guess. When the gyros are in free mode, the attitude will change based on thruster changes. Over time, this can introduce an error in attitude. When the horizon is detected, they will snap back in slave mode and you will see a jump in the attitude indicators. To automatically control the spacecraft in various situations, a system called the Automatic Stabilization Control System, ASCS, is used. In this mode, the spacecraft should be able to orient itself and keep a given attitude based on the spacecraft's phase in the mission. To maintain or change the attitude, the spacecraft uses a set of thrusters called the Reaction Control System, RCS. This system can be controlled by the Automatic Stabilization Control System, or ASCS, a Backup Rate Stabilization Control System, RSCS, or by manual propulsion, MP. Lord have mercy. There is so many things. The Reaction Control System, RCS, consists of 18 thrusters that can alter the spacecraft's orientation. These are the thrusters that are used to change pitch, roll, yaw, or modify the capsule's angular rates. The capsule can be oriented and controlled by either an automatic mode using Automatic Stabilization Control System, ASCS, or by one of 3 astronaut-controlled modes: fly-by-wire, manual propulsion, and rate stabilization control system.
You playing airplane.
Let's first focus on the Automatic Stabilization Control System, then return to the other modes later. Alright. ASCS establishes and maintains a stable attitude using one of 4 basic automatic modes: damper, orientation, attitude hold, and re-entry. Let's first get familiar with the controls. Press F6 to move the camera to the stabilization.
I just want to know
control.
if that flashlight works lol.
It does. It's supposed to work. I don't know why it's down by my, like, lower left jaw. Anyways, a rectangle called ASCS mode select with 3 switches configures the system in conjunction with 4 pull handles, a black manual pull handle, and 3 white handles for pitch, roll, and yaw. Okay, so pitch, roll, yaw, manual. Okay, I see them. Currently, the system is configured to use automatic stabilization control system to control the spacecraft fully automatically. This means that it will slave the gyros to the horizon scanners.
Which Zelda is this?
Reaction control systems to orient to maintain the spacecraft in retro attitude. 2 switches and 1 handle are used to enable full automatic control. First of all, the ASCS mode must be set to norm. It's set to norm. In the middle, auto switch must be set to auto. Okay, it's set to auto. Lastly, the black manual handle must be in the in position, like it currently is, unless you've messed around. In this mode, the automatic phase shifter system decides the orientation. This system is what rotates the spacecraft 180 degrees in yaw after capsule separation, automatically orients the spacecraft after rotation, maintains orientation, and rolls the spacecraft before reentry. This is so much information. Bananas.
One day the world will need a spaceship pilot to save Earth. You will be trained for that call.
Yeah, maybe. All right. There are 2 reaction control systems. One for automatic control called System A, and one for manual control called System B. The automatic stabilization control system mode we just talked about uses auto RCS System A. The middle auto switch decides which RCS system you use. Okay.
Is this Kerbal Part 3, the Kerbaling?
This is re-entry. System A uses 2 thruster settings, low and high, and consists of 12 thrusters. System B has variable thruster strength based on how far you push a stick, called proportional control, and consists of 8 thrusters. Each of the reaction control system RCS systems has its own fuel tank as indicated on the control fuel gauge. Control fuel, okay. The left gauge shows fuel available for auto, and the right gauge shows fuel available for manual. Although fuel warning light will be visible if one of the tanks is below 25%. That would suck. If the automatic stabilization control system fails, or you need to manually take control of the automatic reaction control system, you can use the fly-by-wire mode. This enables you to use your stick to control the attitude. Ooh, boy.
How hard could re-entry possibly be? Just become a leaf on the wind. Doi.
Yeah, it's that simple. That's simple, baby. Oh, it's actually moving down there. Oh, shit.
Why the 3 capital S's?
Look, that cloud is that cloud right there. And you can see the island. Like, that's pretty cool that it's, like, consistent with what you're seeing out the window is what you're seeing. That's wild, man. Oh, I love that there are people out here on that earth right there that have the time, ability, means, opportunity, and willingness to be able to build a simulator like this. It's absolutely incredible. With their free time, right? Like, nobody had to do this. There's no, just like any other video game, there's no, like, besides making money, I guess.
It's
but
pretty amazing.
I don't think that's this guy's. It's one dude. One dude built this whole thing. And of all things to build a fucking space flight simulator from launch to orbit to going to the moon to landing on the moon. One guy. Didn't have to do it. I doubt he's in it for the money, because like there's not a whole lot of people on the planet that are willing to go through this fucking intense schooling on how to fly a freaking rocket. But he did. And people like me and other people that enjoy this type of thing get to benefit from it. And now we're looking out the window of a freaking rocket staring at Earth as it flies by. It's pretty dope.
Have you loaded into the Apollo capsule?
No, I have not. I want to. I want to so bad, but I also don't want to like spoil the whole thing. I want to move progressively into it. When I've earned the right to get into the Apollo capsule, I want to get in the Apollo capsule, if that makes sense. Like I have to figure out how to fly this, launch, separate, orbit, re-enter, and do all of those things before I can get to the Saturn rocket, and then do the whole Apollo thing. Anyways, using the keyboard, you can only fire the low thrust manually. Let's try this mode. Okay. The fly-by-wire control mode is configured using the same two switches and the same handle, with one exception. Since we are already in ASCS auto mode, all we need to do is set the ASCS mode, switch to fly-by-wire. Okay. Am I not doing it? Oh shit. Oh, I think that was... Oh, there we go. Okay. Use W and S to change attitude. Notice that you are burning fuel from the automatic reaction control system. Remember to use small thrusts. You have very limited fuel. If you have time, it's better to use a small thrust and a slow rate to get to your desired orientation. Oh, that's wild. Look. Right, I'm going to pull back on the stick and we're going to... Ah, that's wild. Good nose down, just a little bit. Oh, shit. Oh, we are totally knocking ourselves out of... I don't have a yaw control. Oh, there it is. Oh, fuck me. We're tumbling through space right now. I'm trying to get back.
KSP3 looks great.
Oh, no, 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 no. Wrong way. Wrong way. Oh, God. Oh, God.
What game is this?
This is called re-entry.
What VR does he use?
I'm using the Quest 3. Alright, so we've somewhat stabilized ourselves. Oh, you can see the little thruster on the nose.
Re-entry? Question mark.
Yeah, re-entry. Oh god, oh god.
Is it compatible for Acid to Casa? It does make sense. Both Gemini and Apollo are equally impressive as the Mercury capsule. Listen to Four Wheeler by You Know Miles.
Okay. Attitude rates on at 0.5 degrees per second. If you want the spacecraft to stand still, select this mode. Alright, I think my mind has
How
had
much does it cost?
It's $30. We're just kind of tumbling through space right now. It's probably not good.
Looks like a fun game.
I think for day one, we've gotten a lot out of this. But I don't think my mind can
Hey, you
take
took
any
a
more of
finally.
this. So with that being said, what time is it? 2:30? Lord have mercy, it's early. By early I mean really late. I think we're gonna jump into DCS for a little bit. And then go ahead and go fly the Huey for a minute. And then we may go to bed. But yeah, this has been super cool. I'm very thankful that this thing, this simulator exists. This is a cool piece of history. Right. Go ahead and pull up the DCS stream, or the DCS. VR, go. Boom, 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 Boom. Go ahead and throw my center stick on here. This is the cushion for my sim racing seat that I take off while I'm flying. And we are set. Now ready to fly. What in the hell is going on here? Oh, that's it. DCS focus guard, you bitch. We need a good paint job for this bad mama jamma. We'll go with the Algerian Air Force. That should really calling my name right now. I don't know why. It's getting dark already. All right, fuel. Boom, boom. Gun loader flares up. Go ahead and arm that. Seen by non-essential bus. Boom. All right. Fuel's at a detent here. Starter's coming in. PSAR checking in.
So do you just basically have to know how to fly one of these to play the game?
You don't have to know how to fly a helicopter. You can learn inside the game. It definitely helps if you know how to fly a helicopter. All right, thought it was coming in. User, thank you for the follow. All right, we'll go ahead and turn the instrument lighting up, pedestal lighting up. Go ahead. All right.
But you have to memorize what all the buttons do and where they are.
In the helicopter, yeah, but I know what most of them do. Just from flying aircraft in the past. Specific positioning for switches and things in this aircraft took a little bit of getting used to. All right, show current CSAR. Show current CSAR. All right, 0.9 clicks. I think our guy's going to get him already. Oof. Launch star cluster. Oh, he's already on the hill picking him up right now. Radio check. Radio check. Nope. Show current CSAR. Launch star cluster. All right, sun's going down. We're going to be on NVGs here shortly, but it's a little bit too bright for that right now. Launch smoke. So we're doing combat search and rescue. We are picking up downed air crews that have been shot down or crashed otherwise throughout this online server. It is extremely hot around this area right now, so we are going to tread lightly. Really, we'll just hover over these guys and we can hoist them.
You love playing DCS.
I love DCS. Such a good game. Show current CSAR. Show current CSAR. All right, 19.2 clicks out. Launch beacon.
Do you ever fly the planes?
No. 695.00. $650.
Is this VR standalone game?
This is not VR standalone. It sure isn't. All right, so we're tuned into our downed Apache pilot's beacon off of his survival radio, and we are navigating to him currently. I think it said he was about 17 clicks away from our location.
You can crab fly the
What do you mean, crab fly? Like crab? I mean, yeah, it's got tail rotor pedals. You don't want to. You're going to fly as close to in trim as you can. But sometimes it's useful to crab. Show current CSAR. Show CSAR on map. Bring up the map. Where the fuck am I navigating to? Oh, he's that way. Still a little bright for NVGs.
Keep flying, helicopter boy.
Nope.
Oh, there's TTS.
There we go.
Holy skite.
Show current CSAR. We're 8.6 clicks out. Got my finger on the flare dispense button because we're getting into some sketchy territory here. It is that unfortunate time of twilight, so it's a little too bright to put on NVGs, but it's a little too dark to be able to see adequately. Or kind of shit and
What
stuck in the
aircraft are
shit
you flying?
sandwich. We're flying the UH-1H. or the Huey. Show current CSAR. Launch star cluster. All right, there's a flare right off the nose. Launch smoke. Wow. Better than nothing at this point.
Oh.
Alright, smoke should be up here. Real close. Fuck.
Oh my nigger.
Don't be dumb. Act your age.
Nigger.
Fucking idiot.
Nigger.
Launch star cluster. Oh, there's the smoke. I got it. All right, I'm contact the smoke directly out the nose. I'm not seeing any of the survivors here.
Where you going?
I'm going right here. If you can see the blue smoke under my NVGs, there's a downed, I think it's an Apache crew.
George Floyd deserved it. He was a shit-colored nigger. George Floyd deserved it. He was a shit-colored nigger.
Fucking children, dude.
George Floyd deserved it. He was a shit-colored nigger. Cool setup you got.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Who said that?
All right, we're hoisting these guys. So we're just holding the hover. Probably about 10, 15 feet. Right. Then back out, make sure that we got both of them.
Unemployed chopped fat ass nigga masturbate s to fat ass
Oh
nigger.
my god, dude. You're the fucking unemployed loser.
Bro, I am gonna get Adolf Hitler and the Ku Klux Klan on you.
I wouldn't venture to say that you're going to do anything. Show current CSAR.
Wait, I know you. We used to masturbate to goth Latinas.
Dude, what is it with fucking tonight, man?
Unemployed chopped fat ass nigga masturbate s to fat ass nigger.
Dude, we'd had like 400 people in the stream. It was super fucking great last night and the night before that. And then all of a sudden there's like 8 accounts back to back to back. Just spam. This is DCS World, Max. Show CSAR on map.
Thanks.
Very welcome.
Unemployed chopped fat ass nigga nigger.
Oh my god. Fucking embarrassing of a
Unemployed
human.
chopped fat ass nigga nigger.
It's the same person over and over and over again, guaranteed.
Unemployed chopped fat ass nigga nigger.
Yep. What'd I say?
Unemployed chopped fat ass nigga nigger.
Show current CSAR. Show current CSAR. Launch star cluster. Show CSAR on map. All right, got a Hornet pilot down here. Hind pilot. And an Apache pilot way out here. Show current CSAR. Launch star cluster. All right, there he is. Launch star cluster. Oh shit. Launch star cluster. Trying to get. All right, there's our boy right there. Big flare, big flare, big flare. Oh, try not to balloon. Survivor, come to me. Oh, here he comes. All right, show current CSAR. Show current CSAR. Launch star cluster. There he is. So we're going to try to pop up and over these trees. Hopefully we can use them somewhat as concealment. Launch star cluster. All right, he's got to be close. Yep. Kind of exposed right here. This is not the greatest. Oh shit, we just got shot up the ass. Not the single two PVS 14, yeah. Yeah, unfortunately. Oh, that sucked. Can't see shit. I know the battery is right here somewhere. See bolt selector switch. Oh, this is much harder at night. There it is. Once the generators get online, all the lights will come back. It's DCS World Rap Shazam. CSAR checking in. Show CSAR on map. Bring up the map. All right, Ringo's down here. He is kind of well inside the threat zone there. So you can probably expect a... Oh, there's an Mi-28 coming. All right. We'll take off. That Mi-28 is going to go for our buddy flying around in the Kiowa. So we're going to try to get over there as quickly as possible. Show current CSAR. Show CSAR on map. Show current CSAR. Show CSAR on map. Our boy Ringo in here trying to get after it. All right, we've got a Blackhawk and a Huey going in. I'm assuming they're doing some CSAR as well. That's good. I can see them out over the water. Radio check. Radio check on 300. Ain't nobody. All right. Here we go. Show current CSAR. 11 clicks. Getting close. Okay. Show current CSAR. Launch star cluster. All right, let's see the flare. Launch star cluster. Whoa, shit. Looking at the map. Launch star cluster. Launch star cluster. Boy, it's dark. Launch Star Cluster. I feel like in that castle. Launch Star Cluster. Oh. Oh, shit. Is that all enemy? Launch Star Cluster. Launch Star Cluster. That's them right there. Show current CSAR. Launch Star Cluster. Launch Star Cluster. Oh, for fuck's sake. I was just over here. Launch Star Cluster. Oh my god. Launch Star Cluster. Launch star cluster. Launch star cluster. Show current CSAR. Launch star cluster. Oh shit. Launch star cluster. Launch star cluster. Jesus Christ. All right, I'm going to bed.